Hey flower lovers, it's Friday, so let's design our subscription DIY bucket together. This week we are using a 6-inch concrete pot and chicken wire mechanics. So you take your square of chicken wire, fold it in half, kind of like a burrito, and fold it under so that all of the unfinished pieces are tucked under and you have kind of a smooth back area. And then you're gonna push it into your container. And then depending on how you wanna design your arrangement, you can either have it sit above slightly if you want your flowers to go in more at a horizontal angle, or you can press it all the way down into the water if you're worried about it being seen and you're going to put all of your flowers in from the top, which is what we're going to do today. So today we're going to start with the hydrangea. We have some awesome blue antique hydrangea, and there should be 3 in your bucket. So we're going to measure, cut it to an angle, oops, and place that in. Just want to pick off any little brown bits that might be on there. And if you have any of the leaves that are down lower on the stem, you want to get those off. Cut off any of these little nubbies because they're going to make it difficult to design. A little shorter so it sits right on top like so. Depending on the side, you might only need 2 of them, but you have 3 just in case. So if you don't need all 3, save the other one to use someplace else. I'm gonna tuck that in like so at an angle. You can see there's a little space in the back here. That's where my 3rd one's going to go. Okay. Make sure we're cutting off all the bits, measuring to that bottom 1/3 of your container and placing it in. All right, since we have good coverage and the hydrangea go all the way across the top of the container, we can start using our greens. Any pieces like this that are a little bit low, we can go ahead and snip off so it's nice and even, give it a look and a spin. We can start with our greens. So in the buckets this week, we have some Coculus foliage. So they're nice and long leaves on here, and it's nice and long lasting too. You can cut it into several pieces so it goes a long way. Again, if you remember, cut it on an angle and tuck it in. You might only need the top 3 to 4 pieces, so just take the rest of those off and tuck it in like so. As we go through at the end, you can trim back any pieces that are sticking out more than you like. But this is nice because it gives kind of a nice big show. Gets your arrangement to spread out a little bit. There we go. Use this little bottom piece. Just in between the hydrangea. You can put some of them through the actual hydrangea blooms, that's fine too. Just want to get it all the way around so you can see it. Take this one leaf off because he's sticking out really far. Okay. And depending on how long the pieces are, there should have been 4 or 5 stems in your bucket. Put that in here. And some here. So you can see that all the way around. We also have some eucalyptus. This is a smaller eucalyptus. It's Eucalyptus parvifolia. So as you can see, it comes on a long branch. We're going to trim the individual pieces off so we get a lot of use out of one stem. I'm going to take off any of the leaves that are going to go underneath your hydrangea into the water because we don't want to get the water scuzzy with those leaves. And again, we're going to put these in sort of radially, like spokes on a wheel, so you see it all the way through your arrangement. And you don't have to use all of it right away. You can hang on to some to use at the end, depending on the size of the branch. You have 2 or 3 branches in your bucket. It's nice because it has a little bit of a cascade to it, a little bit of an arc, so you can use this around the bottom to break the space and come over the edge of your pot as well. More in, and then I'm going to save the rest for the end. Okay. This week, the rose that's included in your bucket is called Felicity. It's a lovely peach rose, as you can see here. Now, the Felicity roses have somewhat delicate petals, so you don't want to harass the bloom too much. Just take off the outside petals. Give it a little blow in the center, then give it a roll just to get them to open. And then once you place it in your arrangement, try not to touch them too much because you don't want to bruise those petals. Again, cutting on an angle, making sure all of the leaves are off, the stems, any little jagged nubs, take those off the stems. Place those in like so. Again, I'm just going around it so you can see that peach color all the way through your arrangement. And you should have 6 of these in your bucket. Just as you go. Sometimes the chicken wire can be a little tricky to work with, so you have to poke around a little bit until you find a good spot. Make sure that you're cutting your stems long enough though so that they will be in water, and make sure that you tuck some in a little bit lower than the other ones to create a little bit of dimension so it doesn't look like they're all at the same exact height coming out. This week we also have some hyacinth again, because it's a really lovely lavender blue color. I'm gonna get those in now. As like so. These were in the bucket last week as well, and I've mentioned the foliage in these on the stems. Sometimes it's going to be foliage on here, sometimes there won't. I find that it's easier to remove the foliage when I'm using it, especially in chicken wire, because it's going to be easier for you to poke that stem through the chicken wire. You really got to twist it too. You don't want to like hit the wire and then keep pushing and ruin your stem. So just be very delicate with it. If you're using these someplace else in your home, like for a bud vase or in a low bowl, and you want to keep these greens on, you absolutely can. It's not going to affect the longevity of the bloom. So depending on its use, you can use that. And you should have 5 of these in your bucket, one bunch. One kind of down here in the middle. That's sticking up too far, just so you see that color going all the way through. Put that out of the way. Next up, we are going to have some anemone. Actually, let's start with hypericum. I always forget the hypericum. Hypericum is bright green. You're kind of going for a green and blue lavender color scheme. You're gonna have 3 of these in your bucket. The reason I'm putting these in now is just because they're gonna help form that grid with the rest of the flowers to add the rest in on top of it. I don't have to like work past some of my nicer blooms with the hypericum at the end. I can just go ahead and place it now. Sometimes it gets buried too, so it's nice to get it in early so that you can actually see it in front of the other flowers. Next, we're going to do some of these anemone. These are, last week we did the purple anemone. This week it is a blue, which is technically purple, I guess, but it's called blue. It definitely has more of a blue hue to it. And these are going to have kind of bendy soft stems also, so you just want to be careful as you place them. Again, cutting on an angle, and then gently looking for a spot, and then placing them into the arrangement. You don't want to let this hover on top there a little bit. Okay. Make sure you're in the container. And you will have 5 of these. I have 3 there. Put them in here. Save on this side. So 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna get one over here because there's a little hole there. You can't see it. So you have 5 of these. Next up, we are going to have some some ranunculus. We have these pretty peach ranunculus to go with our roses. You're going to want to cut all of these little bits off the side, especially if you're working with the chicken wire, so it's easier to go into your arrangement. Again, if you're using this for a bud vase or someplace else, feel free to leave all of these on. It won't affect the longevity. It does add a little bit of interest to the stem, but for this I feel like it's easier just to use a clean stem. Okay, we're just going to have 3 of these, since we have so much peach in there from the roses already. So whenever there's 3, I kind of like to put them in a triangular formation so you see them all the way through your arrangement. 1, 2, 3. And then adjust your other blooms as you go so that nobody's covering anyone. Everyone can be seen nicely. Then we have these really lovely Scabiosa that we got in. You can see these here. They have this really pretty blue lavender color, so we're going to put those in as well. You should have 5 of these in the bucket. all the places that we don't have a flower yet, we're gonna tuck those in. They have these little straws on them, you'll see, so you just wanna pull those off. Or if you're tucking them in a way that you're not going to see the straw, feel free to leave it on there. It does give a little bit more stability to the neck. But if you want to see them kind of floating around, which I think is so pretty, then you're going to want to take that little straw off. Oops, a little bit too long. It's always better to go a little bit longer than shorter, because you can always cut it. You can't put more stem on. So be conservative with your cuts. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. All right, and then we have some Bupleurum, which goes kind of, it's a filler flower, kind of bushy, like so. So you can cut this up and use it in individual pieces as well. Some people like to use this early in the arrangement, like a green, but I find that when you do that, it gets mushed down into the arrangement and then you don't see it. And what's really lovely about it are these little yellowy flowers on the ends, and that's what we want to see. So I want to put them in towards the end so that we actually can see them in the arrangement. They can float around with the anemone and not get hidden underneath all the rest of the stuff, which tends to happen. This rows over slightly, take up the space so you can see that in there. Okay. And you should have 3 stems of this Bupleurum in your bucket, depending on the size. Some are larger than others. And if you don't want to use it all, you can use these in vases by themselves. Quite lovely. So don't feel like you have to use it all here if it's more than your arrangement requires. This is a good dot at the end too, because if you leave your arrangement a little bit tight, you can come in at the end with this and give it a little bit more movement and looseness as you adjust your flowers around. And then, last thing we have in our bucket this week is Cymbidium blooms. So this is the first time we've included Cymbidium blooms in our bucket. They're a little bit difficult to do in the DIY buckets because they have to be tubed. So we've included a water tube on there, and they are on a wooden dowel. You really don't need to use the dowel unless you're putting this in a larger vase, so you can just untape it if you want, and just use the water tube as is. If you've noticed that your water tube is missing a little bit of water, or that stem isn't all the way in the water, then just pop the top off, fill some water into it, and then put your balloon back in. So these guys, we're gonna nestle in our arrangement. You don't wanna put them too far to the outside or they're going to like fall out. But you wanna be able to see them in your arrangement, nestled in there. You don't wanna see that water tube. So get that in there where you can't see it. You can of course leave your wood stem on there if you'd like, just trim it with your clippers the same way. It's gonna give you a little bit more stability if you're putting it into your arrangement so that it won't move around as much, depending on what you're doing with that. Here, I'm gonna put this guy up front actually so we can see him. And again, there's 3 of them, so I'm gonna do that in a somewhat triangular fashion so you can see those blooms all the way through the arrangement. All right, there we go. Kind of move your arrangement around, adjust. I like to pull some things out a little bit, give a little bit of space. Just make sure everybody stays in the water. Try not to harass those peach roses too much. Okay, and then at the end you can come back in with your final stem of eucalyptus if you feel like you need a little bit more fill, maybe around the outside of your pot, depending on, you know, if you didn't have good coverage there. This will kind of cover where the top of the pot is so you don't see any of that chicken wire and you can't see into the arrangement. All the mechanics will be nicely hidden. Get these guys out so you can see it there. Okay. All right. And there you have it for this week. Thanks for joining.